From the Grand Ole Opry House in Nashville, Tennessee, it's That Nashville Music. This week starring Faron Young, Sunday Sharpe, and Gene Watson. Now, here's Faron Young.
So many times I've told you I was leaving, and oh, so many times how I tried. Yeah, but saying that you're leaving so much easier than leaving and saying goodbye. 'Cause every time I start to go, I wouldn't get 10 feet. I'd come running back like a runaway child that's afraid to cross the street. And my mind won't tell my lips to say it's over. My heart would only say that it's a lie, saying you're leaving so much easier than leaving and saying goodbye. Oh, every time I start to go, now I wouldn't get 10 feet. I'd come running back like a runaway child that's afraid to cross the street. And my mind might tell my lips to say it's over. My heart would only say that it's a lie, and saying that you're leaving so much easier than leaving and saying goodbye. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to That Nashville Music. Boy, we got a good show lined up for you for the next half hour, along with Sunday Sharpe, Mr. Gene Watson, Ralph Sloan, the Tennessee Travelers, and the Sound 70 Singers, along with the Country Deputies back there ready to make a little noise for us. Hang around right now, because here's the pretty part of the show, Miss Sunday Sharpe.
I'm not the one you love. I'm the one you make love to. You come to me for what you need. When she won't let you hold her, and I love your hurt away, just like I always do. You'll love me, then fall to sleep and wake up on my shoulder. But I'm not the one you love. I'm the one you make love to. You're holding my body, but she's holding your mind. Maybe you don't always love me, but you do from time to time. And I can't say that I'm sorry that I give myself to you, but I'm not the one you love. I'm the one you make love to. I'm not the one you love. I'm the one you make love to.
A good-looking singer from the great metropolis of Houston, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gene Watson.
Thank you, Faron. The sun goes down in Calvin County. Neon lights from an old beer sign shone through the window out on the sidewalk as I walked in to pass the time. I looked around, sat down at a table, ordered beef on rye and a glass of wine. And through the door came a little old lady. She was selling paper roses, but they only cost a dime. Paper roses, paper roses. She sold me paper roses, but they only cost a dime. Silver hair that's lost its gold, trembling hands as she passed the rose. Red crepe paper made nature's bouquet help a little old lady buy a rose today. I took the rose from her trembling hand. With eyes of age, she smiled and walked away. Like a breath of spring, I could smell the rose. It came alive, and I heard her say, my roses, pretty roses, they're only made of paper, but they only cost a dime. I went to look for her outside, a spray of roses laid by her side. The sky lit up and the choir sang 1,000 voices as the church bells rang. They sang roses, paper roses. She sold you paper roses, but they only cost a dime.
Some of the great new talent in country music, Mr. Gene Watson. Right now, fellas, let's hobble around on a pair of crutches a little bit and see how it goes. Honey, I'm lonely. I miss you so much. I can hardly believe that you've gone. Bartender, pour me a tall pair of crutches, and maybe then I can go on. Each night I stop in at the corner bar. The unhappy hour is on. A singer is singing sad songs with guitar. Two for the price of one. Bottles of courage wait back on the bar to pour me a double or two. crutches to lean on, that's all that they are. While I learn to walk without you. Honey, I'm lonely, I miss you so much. I can hardly believe that you've gone. Bartender, pour me a tall pair of crutches, and maybe then I can go on. Yeah, there's love on the rocks all around this bar, of lonely-faced women and men. The whiskey talks loud while the sad guitar tells of what might have been. But still it's the happiest unhappy hour I spend every day since you've gone. Outside that door, there's still 23 more long unhappy hours alone. And honey, I'm lonely, I miss you so much. I can hardly believe that you've gone. Bartender, pour me a tall pair of crutches, and maybe then I can go on. Thank you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Talent, Gene Watson.
Old man told the stories about the years gone by, how he played his horn down in New Orleans in some old dingy dive. I knew 'em all back then, he said, as he reached out for his horn. He closed his eyes and wet his lips, and then the blues were born. He played with so much feeling, tears came from his eyes. He stopped and reminisced a bit, then he gave a sigh, said, you know, I almost made it, but that's before your time. Dixieland, poor folks blues, Scatman Jackson's wine. Slapped his knee and gave a grin, it sure was good back then. Reaching for his home on the floor, placed it in an old tow sack that hung across his back. He said goodbye, then shuffled out the door. Enthused by what he told me, I never got his name. So I called the waitress over and started to explain. A tired old man, his tarnished horn, and memories of years gone by. How he played his horn and reminisced and smiled through tear-dimmed eyes. She said, you are mistaken, there's been no one but you. But I know who you're talking about, I used to know him too. You'll find him churchyard, a stone that reads, rest in peace. I tried, but it sure was hard. Slapped his knee and gave a grin. It sure was good back then. Reaching for his home on the floor, placed it in an old toe sack that hung across his back. He said goodbye, then shuffled out the door. He said goodbye, then shuffled out the door. Once again, here's Sunday Sharpe with the Crawdad Song.
Thank you, Gene. Well, you get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, baby. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down to the crawdad hole, honey, baby mine. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down by the crawdad hole, honey, baby mine. What are you gonna do when the well runs dry, honey? What are you gonna do when the well runs dry, babe? What are you gonna do when the well runs dry? Got all crawdad you can buy, honey, baby mine. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down by the crawdad hole, honey, baby mine. All right, folks, how about a nice hand for Ralph Sloan and the Tennessee Travelers?
Tempted by the devil to give up the love I know I've got at home. But temptation sometimes makes the best of men to want to stay out all night long. And the way the world is turning, you can find anything you're looking for. Yes, you can. Lord, it's hard to turn it down turn around and go on home to her. But I've got me some kind of a woman, and she loves me like nobody can. I've got me some kind of a woman, and that's why I go on home to be her man. She lets me know that I'm the only man that she'll ever want to hold. And the way she touches me, I know that that love won't grow cold. So why should I go looking for another when she's all I'll ever need? I'm satisfied with her, and that love takes good care of old Faron. Yes, it does. And I've got me some kind of a woman, and she loves me like nobody can. I've got me some kind of a woman, and that's why I go on home to be her man. Yeah, that's why I go on home to be her man. We'd like to thank our special guests, Sunday Sharpe and Gene Watson. Also, Ralph Sloan and the Tennessee Travelers, the Sound 70 Singers. Until next time, this is Faron Young says, stay around for that Nashville music. And until then, don't y'all eat no dirt here. Bye-bye.
Join us again next week for more of that Nashville music from the world-famous Grand Ole Opry House in Nashville, Tennessee.